what's one of the biggest like learnings from 15 years of, getting the right people in the right roles in the church? Like, do
Hmm.
you have something where you're like, man, this is the key to the whole thing, or what? This is one of the biggest things I've learned over 15 years of doing this job.
So it's interesting, and just to clarify, for me, it's coming up 12, but
12.
I
Okay.
was connected to our founders when they started it, and I got to admit, I remember when they started it, thinking, "Is this gonna work?" And now I'm dedicating my life to it.
Yeah.
But seriously, Frank, there are so many learnings, and if I had to point to one, it would be how unique every church and organization is, and
Yeah.
how unique every leader is. And that's the holy work. We talk about our values being spirit led because God's leading the process, and
Hmm.
we're innovative, relational, determined, wins, and we want you to enjoy the journey with any of our people. But it's when God aligns the mission and the unique wiring of the leader with the vision and mission of the organization,
Yeah.
there's nothing better than that.
Yeah. And you see it somehow, like
Oh,
somewhere along the journey, right?
oh,
Like, is that kind of like
yes.
you'll notice, like, oh, there's a fit here. I can
Oh,
like see
totally.
it
And
happening in front of me.
and don't get me wrong, this is messy work.
Yeah.
And I always say to anybody considering us as a partner for coaching or staffing, yes, there are other groups doing this. There aren't many that have done it a long time, but align with the group that matches who you are,
Hmm.
because this is messy, honest work.
Yeah.
And one of our big commitments is, when it gets messy, usually when, not if, but when it gets messy, we're always going to lean in. We're going to do the right thing. We're going to take the high road. We're going to come alongside you. We're going to be in it with you. But there is that moment when you see breakthrough with coaching, and you see connection with a leader and a search team, or a hiring manager, and you go, I can see God's fingerprints all over this. And then when
Yeah.
you hear stories, I mean, when you've been around for 15 years, like we have as a company, you hear the stories now of long-term ministry that's happened, and multiple leadership placements, or multiple coaching journeys at the same church or the same nonprofit. There's nothing better than hearing those stories.